Hello, future developers. Welcome to another tutorial ABCD. So, in our previous lesson, this is how far we came, or we were able to just style the text. Okay, these two texts. So, we want to style this particular button so that we actually achieve this. Okay, so let's start by styling. Let's see our icon. So, our button is called icon button. This, okay, icon button. So I'm going to copy this. It's a class. So I'll reference it with a period, paste this. And then I'm going to start typing, giving this so display inline, okay, just so we have it on the same line with the text, okay. Display inline flex. Then we would want to give it a height of 50 px, and then a width of 200. Okay, so it's taking shape. Now would want to work to take this border out, this black outline or border. So border will set our border to none. Okay, to no border. And then we would want to give an outline, take an outline out. So the outline, when the user clicks it, we want to take the outline out. Okay, so we'll take our outline none. Let's give it a padding of 0. Then I'm going to give it a background color. So a background color of RGB, two brackets, and then let's do 41, comma 168, and then 68, 64. So that's our color code. And then we would want to give it a rounding the corner, so border radius, and then let's do 5 px. Okay, so it's rounded. And then we'll work on the let's say overflow, or better still, let's do cursor. So cursor, when the person mouse over, would want it to just change the icon. Okay, so use a pointer. Okay, so you can see when I mouse over this one, it gives me this particular icon, but this gives me a hand. Okay, so that's made possible with the help of the pointer. Okay, and then the cursor. Let's give it a font size of 16 px, and then we'll give it um, a box shadow. So a box shadow, I'm going to copy this, and I'll paste it here for a box shadow. Let me take one out. And then since it's the same color, we just want to give it some 31. Let's use 31, 125, and then let's see, 48. So 48. The shadow isn't showing. Okay, so the reason why it's not showing is we forgot to add the offset. So the offset is going to be 1 px. for the horizontal offset, and then we'll do 3px for the vertical offset. Okay, so you can see now we have the shadow. And then let's give it a blur of 5px. So 5px for the blur. Okay, so you can see we have some subtle effects here for the blur. So now there's a button. Give it let's position this to the end using flex. Okay, since we have display flex inline, we can just do um, justify content, then we'll do end. So end will take it to the end. If you use start, we'll bring it to this place. Okay. Then we can set the overflow to hidden in case our text tries to take over like the contents, the moves over. Okay, the content would hide. Try to constrain it. Okay. Now let's work on the icon button. So some properties of button, the normal. So icon underscore, or better still, let me just paste it. Okay, icon underscore button btn. Okay, colon hover. Okay, so when the user hovers over the button, we want to change the background color to, let's use RGB. Let me just copy this. Control C. I'm going to paste it here. And I'll change the values. So let's use 31. So a lighter color. One, let's see. Let's rather, okay, the middle one, let's use 208, 201. And then here, the first one, I'm going to, so our red is going to be 53. And then our blue RGB, so blue is going to be 48, or let's use 80. Okay. So now if I mouse over, you can see it becomes lighter color. So I'm going to copy this, Control C, and then paste it here. So our icon underscore button. So here when it's active, okay, when the person clicks, it's active. We want to change our button background to a shade. So the shade, okay, I'm going to change our red value here to 41, and then our blue, our green rather, our green to 169, and then our blue to 64. Okay, so now when I click, you can see it becomes darker. So on mouse over, it gets lighter. On click or active, it becomes darker. Okay. Okay, so now let's style the text. So remember our text. Okay, we made it, gave it a class of btn underscore icon. Okay, so let's check. Sorry, that's our icon, which is okay, let me change it to icon, not text. So icon. So btn, remember in our HTML, okay, just for our icon, so btn underscore icon. Okay, so it's a class. Okay, so dot btn underscore icon, and then we are going to style it using let's start the font. So font size of 30px. Okay, so the icon becomes bigger, and then we'll give it a width of 60 and a height of 50px. Now let's work on the button text. So btn, so let's use dots btn underscore text. Okay, let's see if that's correct. So yeah, so a class btn underscore text for our donate text here. So let's say let's give it a padding right. So padding right, I'll set it to 60px. Okay, just so it pushes it. Okay, so we are trying to push it to this side. And then we can give our button an icon, a color. Okay, so now let's try giving the two of them the same color. So all I can do is just to let me copy this first. Okay, we can actually do the same thing, but I'm going to paste this here, and then I'll bring a comma. Okay, and then let me copy this. Since they are going to have the same properties, okay, that's why I'm doing them in one line or on one line. So they are all going to have I'm going to give them a color of white. Okay, we could have done that individually. Okay, let's use Alice blue. You can use white in your case or whichever color you want. So I'm going with Alice blue. Then I'm going to give it an alignment. So align first. Let's display flex inline. So display flex inline flex. Okay, not flex box, inline flex. Then we would actually align item center. Okay. Well, okay, so let's try setting our height to 100 and see if this would actually be forced to go to the middle. So height of 100%. Okay, so we have it in the middle. Okay, so what I did, you can see we have some color or overlay, not overlay, but some shade of green here. Okay, it was done using this. Okay, so but I'll comment it out. So remember, if you want that I did RGBA 000.08. Okay, separate them with a comma. Okay, so I'll comment that out. I don't want that now. Okay, so this is what we want, and then I'll see in the next lesson where we'll learn to style these and then this. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Thank you.